I'm Nathan O'Sullivan, and I did Blue Gold as my movie review. I gave this movie a 10 out of 10, or 5 out of 5, or like a 2 thumbs up. I thought it was a great, flick. I thought it was a great documentary as well. I thought that as for a movie, it kept me pretty enthralled and pretty drawn in as a person who can't really sit still personally. I really enjoyed it from top to bottom, but at the same time the movie really angered me and put a bad taste in my mouth as a human being. Kind of makes you feel bad while you're sitting there with a full glass of water watching people who haven't seen water in months, or haven't drinking clean water in months, or people who are risking life and limb to get to freedom and will put themselves in dirty ass, nasty ass water just to do it. They'll risk life and limb for that stuff. It kind of just sucks to see, and it's depressing in a sense. But there's a lot of hope, and that's the thing that this movie really highlights. There's a lot of hope, and one of the things that I hope to accomplish here at Algonquin is something that this movie really highlights. There's a really small initiative called the Blue Planet Project that this movie brings up, and it's a project where you dig into the ground and you let the rainwater collect and filter back into the groundwater while planting trees and other vegetation on the top to hold that groundwater in. That way it doesn't just run back into the ocean, and it can replenish the groundwater supply. One of the issues that this movie really highlights is the groundwater pumping, and the fact that companies really own a lot of farmers. They own a lot of businesses just all over the world, just own people that have water, and they make them produce a certain amount of water per month, or they restrict their pumping rights. And that's something that's an issue, because at that point in time in 2008 we were pumping 15 times the amount out of the water, out of the ground, that is replenishable. So if we don't have a proper recharge, in a few years there's going to be no groundwater left. So this Blue Planet initiative really is something to take a look at, and I think that it's really the rainbow in this very dark and upsetting kind of movie. This is something that's small. It's something that's easy. It's something that us and our friends could do. It's something that we could go out as a class and accomplish, and it really kind of almost brings hope and a smile back to my face, because my dream in life is to see the world and just set sail and get on a boat and sail the whole world. And hopefully with what I can do in this class, I can learn a way to be able to affect change in other people's communities around the world as well while I'm on my own adventures. So maybe this Blue Planet project is something that I could put into practice. So I would really, I don't know, maybe you guys could help. Maybe we could all just take a look at it, but I think it's something that we could research, and I put a link of it down in my description. I also put a link to this movie down in my description. There's a bunch of topics and other issues that I'm not going to touch on because they're so in depth. I will definitely go over 5 minutes just naming them. So I really urge you guys to check this movie out, because it affected me and the people I was watching. It's a sad movie at the same time, as I guess I saw a bright cloud in it, but the people I watched, some of them were in tears, and these are grown men. It's sad to see. It's a tough world that we live in, and I think that things are only going to get harder, and I think that with more people showing up and the world going in a more commerce direction, we really need to take the water table into consideration. Thanks for your time, guys, and I hope that you get a chance to check everything out. Remember, I got a link to the movie in the description, and I got a link to the Blue Planet Project as well. Hope you guys have a great weekend.